Hello and welcome to Module 2, Section K of the Better with Less course, this one about a command center. And in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you about the benefits of using a command center, as well as the different styles of a command center that you can use. And we'll give you some tips to help you figure out where the best location will be within your space, what you wish to include, and some tips for being able to maintain this and get the family on board as well.
All right, let's get started talking about a command center. First of all, what is a command center? Of course, there are many different options and ways people can implement these, but in general, it is a life management and organizational tool. If you feel disorganized, if you feel like you're struggling with paper clutter or just keeping up with different tasks, if you're having trouble keeping track of different schedules, these are all reasons why a command center might be helpful. And it's a way we can manage day-to-day items and is very closely related to surface clutter. What's included in a command center? Many people choose to include calendars, bills or other financial information, a shopping list like a grocery list, meal planner, mail, short-term to-do lists, maybe even long-term ones as well. You could include miscellaneous reminders, such as about different appointments coming up. You could put chore information. Really anything else that you or your family might find beneficial can be included in the command center. There are also a variety of different options that you can use when setting this up. You could consider using a wall display where you have a high traffic area where you display these different things so anyone in the family can easily access them. You also might want to use more of a binder approach and have a life management binder. You might use a file folder. Personally, this is what I use. You could also use the side of the fridge or another appliance. And if you do want it to be out of sight, you might enjoy using the inside of a cabinet, such as the inside of the cabinet door, inside a drawer, or inside a basket. There are so many great ideas and options available online, so I suggest that you take a look at some of those if you're looking for some inspiration, but do keep in mind that many of these examples you might find online might be more involved than you actually need. Many of the examples displayed online more so fit in with an organizational element rather than a decluttering element, and so they, I find, are not quite minimalist spaces. However, the command center totally can be a minimalist space. I think it can be a helpful mindset to go into. I can look at these pictures and I can get inspiration of what people have done, but I still ultimately have to ask myself, what elements of this would give me value? Which parts do I not need to incorporate in my own life because it's not applicable to me? You also want to make sure that whatever spot you choose works best for you and your family. So will anyone who needs access to this command center be able to access it? You want to make sure it's the only thing stored there and it's not jumbled up with a bunch of other things, so it's really easily accessible. Now let's get into setup. Here are some things to reflect about. You want to decide what to include in your command center. I know a couple slides ago I gave some examples, and you can decide, what fits for you. What do I want to do a better job of managing? You want to make sure it also fits in with your personal lifestyle and your needs. You also will likely either use what you already have or consider investing in a few tools to help you be successful, such as a whiteboard. Maybe there's some trays that you want to get to help you store mail to prevent it from accumulating on a surface. Decide what's best for you. It's possible you already have items that you can use to help you, but this is not about going and spending a ton of money to get this set up. Really, let's keep it simple. It's also important to decide when you will attend to different parts of your command center, such as mail or financial documents. I do think a command center can align well with budgeting. So for instance, if you are keeping track of, let's say, receipts or other financial documents, bank statements, things about your mortgage, if you have a little tray set up as part of the command center where you store those things, it's probably beneficial to check in, let's say, every week to help you work through those and prevent any major buildup. Likewise with mail, if you're just usually setting mail on your table, why not have a spot you put it in the command center and set some certain days or times where you go through it? Setting specific dates and timelines for this is going to help the space be more maintained and help the system work for you. Finally, make sure you experiment with and adjust your center over time. In life, as we continue reflecting, we continue understanding better what will work for us, and we can make those changes and adjustments. So with the command center, just like anything else, make sure you're taking this time to reflect and evaluate, see what works, what doesn't, and do more of what does work. All right, that wraps up this lesson, but you've got homework. This homework assignment helps you reflect about if you were to implement a command center in your space, where it might be, what you might include, and how you can be successful with it. So I encourage you to check that out, and I will see you in the next lesson.